For 4 episodes, I've told you how to read the future. Now I'm going to stop talking about it and just do it in front of you, with a clock running. 3 sources, 15 minutes, 1 note. No edits, no cleanup. You'll see the dead end and the doubt, because that's the part nobody shows you. The question I'm scanning today is the one this whole series keeps circling. Where's the next coffee shock coming from? Not the price you'll see in the news, the signal underneath it, the one that shows up years before your morning cup gets more expensive. 15 minutes on the clock, let's go. Quick word on why I'm doing it this way. Every clean chart and confident forecast you've ever seen hides the messy part. The wrong turns, the sources that went nowhere, the moment of, I have no idea if this matters. That mess is the actual skill. Recognizing a signal someone already found is easy. Sitting in the ambiguity and finding your own is the thing worth practicing. So this won't be tidy. It'll look like someone fumbling towards something, because that's what real scanning looks like every single time. The goal isn't to impress you, it's to make your first scan feel possible. Source 1 is the obvious place, an agricultural commodity report on coffee. This is the economic environmental lens, and it's where most people would start and stop. The headline number is about Brazil, the world's biggest coffee producer, and a smaller than expected harvest after a dry season. Prices already moved on it. But here's the thing I learned in episode 2. By the time it's the headline, it's a trend, not a signal. I'm already late to it. The price spike is news, so I skim past the big number, looking for the small weird detail underneath. And there's one. A single line noting that yields in one region came in oddly low, even though the weather there was fine. Weather was fine, yield dropped. That's weird. I flag it, but I don't trust it yet. This is the discipline from episode 4. I'm skimming, not reading. 15 minutes doesn't allow a deep dive, and the deep dive is a trap anyway. It pulls you into one source and out of the scan. So I write a 6-word note, start a candidate signal, and move on while the clock runs. 1 flag up, 11 minutes left. Source 2. I deliberately pick something outside the trade press, a piece on lab-grown and synthetic coffee, the startups trying to make a cup without a bean. This is the technological lens, and honestly, it's the one I find most fun, which is exactly why I should be suspicious of it. And for a few minutes I chase it. It's genuinely interesting. If synthetic coffee scales, it changes everything about supply. But I stop myself because I'm forcing it. For the question I'm actually asking, the next shock, the one already forming upstream, this is years too early to matter. It's a real trend on a slow curve, not a near-term signal. I'm pattern matching because I want it to fit, and that's the exact mistake episode 2 warned about. So I hit the brakes. It's a dead end for this question. Today, chasing a 10-year tech curve when I'm hunting a near-term shock is just a distraction. But I don't delete the line. I write synthetic coffee, dead end for now. Revisit for the 10-year question. And the date. A missed signal isn't a failure. It's data for next month. The collection only works if I keep the misses too. 2 sources down, 1 flag, 1 dead end. 6 minutes left. Source 3 is the one I almost didn't include. A regional growers forum. Farmers and agronomists in coffee country talking to each other, not to me. It's the Fringe source from episode 2. The place signals live before their news. And it's aimed at the lens I'm weakest in, which is the whole point. And there it is. 2 growers in different countries mentioning the same quiet thing. Their younger people are leaving and nobody's coming to take over the farms. One adds that the cooler, higher ground they're being pushed onto as the climate warms is running out. There's only so much mountain. None of that is in the price. None of it is in the crop report. It's a story about who grows coffee and where they still can. And it connects straight back to the low-yield line I flagged in Source 1. That's the signal. Not the Brazilian harvest. That's the headline everyone has. The signal is upstream. An aging workforce and a shrinking band of suitable land quietly tightening future supply years before any price reacts. It's small, it's weird, it's ambiguous. Exactly what a weak signal is supposed to feel like. And it was sitting in the source I almost skipped. Now I run the signal through steep, out loud, the way episode 3 taught. Not as a checklist, but as a loop. to see how far it travels. Two lenses light up immediately. Social. The farmers are aging and the young are leaving. Environmental. Warming is shrinking the high ground coffee needs. Then I run the loop and watch it move. Warming shrinks the growing land. Environmental. Older farmers, no successors. On less land. Social. Supply quietly tightens before anyone notices. Economic. And when it finally hits price, producing countries respond with export rules and trade policy, and the pressure pushes people to migrate. Political, which loops right back to social. One quiet detail about farmer age just traveled through all five forces. And here's where this series through line snaps into focus. This is the Brazil to coffee to East Africa chain we keep returning to. A frost in one hemisphere, a hillside emptying of farmers in another, a cup getting pricier on your counter, all the same system. The signal I found isn't a coffee fact. It's a thread that runs through climate, labor, trade, and migration at once. That's what Steep turns a single weird line into. Timer's almost up, so I do the only thing that actually matters. I write one note. Not a report, not a forecast. One note in the same notebook that's carried every signal in this module. The weird thing, the date, the lenses it touches, and one line on why it matters. Mine reads roughly, aging growers plus shrinking high-altitude land equals a coffee supply squeeze forming upstream of price, social, and environmental. Watch for it to show up as quiet supply tightening before any headline. That's it. 10 seconds of writing. I'm not predicting a date or a price. A single note can't do that, and pretending it can is how forecasting goes wrong. I'm planting a flag to watch. In 6 months, when I have 20 more notes, this one might be the corner of a much bigger pattern. Your turn, and this is the real assignment the whole module was for. This week, run your own first scan. Your 3 sources, your 15 minutes, your 1 note on any question you care about. It will feel awkward and clumsy, and you'll be sure you're doing it wrong. So was mine. The clumsiness is the muscle forming, not a sign you're bad at it. And put your first signal in the comments. The weird thing you found and which lens it touched. I read them. And the collective scan down there is genuinely better than any single one of us could do alone. That's a few thousand people pointing at the future at once. 3 takeaways to close the module. First, the process is messy, and that's normal. I chased a dead end, doubted my flag, and almost skipped the source that mattered. Your scan will look like that too. Run it anyway. Second, the signal is almost never in the obvious source. Mine was in the forum I nearly left out, aimed at my weakest lens. Spend your attention where you don't usually look. Third, you now have the whole motion. Spot the weird thing, classify it with Steep, keep it with the 15-minute practice, and let the adoption curve tell you what's real. That's Module 2. Next module, we stop collecting signals and start building futures with them. Scenarios, wild cards, and how to plan when you can't predict. I'll see you there.